Welcome back, it's Adam with his Honda Odyssey 2006 again, and today we're going to be changing wiper blades. As you can see, this wiper blade has become a little worn out and needs changing, and on further inspection so does the back wiper blade. So I'm going to show you how to do those now. The first thing you need to do is get this wiper blade arm off. So what you'll need to do is turn this up like that. Then you have a little lever here which you push in. Little button here, rotate the arm back a little bit and push, and that should just come off like that, like magic. Okay, so you've got one off, and I'm going to do the same for the back windscreen now. I've already pulled the wiper blade out of here, but what I'm going to do to get this one off is just rotate slightly and just pop it out, and that comes away. So now I have the two wiper blade arms which I'm going to put new wiper blades into. This wiper blade arm and wiper blade can come together. This is from the front right hand side of the Honda Odyssey. The only little problem with that is that it'll set you back around $50, $75 kind of thing. If you just buy the blades, which I've bought a little pack of blades here for $20, so I can do my back windscreen. This is the blade which I took into the shop, and the front right hand side for a pack of around $20. This is in New Zealand dollars, but I'm sure it would equate in most countries. Basically, you can buy the whole thing in one and whack it straight on, nice and convenient. Or you can keep the arms but just replace the blades for $20, or probably a third of the price kind of thing. And for a third of the price, I think it's worthwhile. To replace the wiper blades, the only tool that I'm told you will need is a pair of scissors. Sounds pretty simple, so let's get to it. Now this pack comes with great step-by-step instructions, and basically the metal part on there you can actually just, it's got a number of different grooves which you can just snap backwards and forwards. You just sort of move it backwards and forwards till the metal actually breaks, and then you just cut the rubber part with the scissors. So all I need to do is measure a length similar to or the same as the two that I've got there, cut them to length and slide them on in. I'm going to need two hands for this, but basically what I'm going to do is grip this end and start pulling it quite firmly until it starts sliding right off. I'm going to do that now. So as you can see now, I've pulled those both wiper blades off, the wiper blade arms. This one's for the front right hand side, and this is the rear wiper blade. So what I need to do now is I've got two new wiper blades here, and basically to cut them to the same lengths as their previous counterparts. Okay, so I've got the old front wiper blade sitting above the new one, and what you want to do is start your measurement from this end with the grooves, and I want to basically cut both the metal and this rubber off around about that very same length, so then I can slide it onto that wiper blade. So I'm going to do that now. For the rubber, that was as simple as cutting through that length with the scissors once lined up together, keeping that area with the little inset down the same end. Now with this little metal insert, there's two of them, one either side, and it just runs along there to give some stability in the wiper blade. Now I've just realised that there aren't any little indents for this shorter version, so what I'm going to need to do is just, you can actually use a hacksaw blade or something like that. I'm just going to cut a little indent with these tin snips, and then just move it backwards and forwards till it breaks off for both of these, and then pop them in either side, ready to slide on to the wiper blade arm. So now I have just cut the two bits of metal and cut the piece of rubber, and basically this is now ready for me to slide onto the wiper blade arm. Now I'll start down this end because it's the open end, and I'll slide it until that little indent gets stuck in there, and from that point it'll be set in place, and then I just need to put the wiper blade arm back on the car. So as you can see, I've slid the wiper blade in now, and I'm going to slide it all the way along until that gets caught in that little indent there. As you can see, I've slid it most of the way on. I've just got to this last little bit, and all I have to do is just press it, and now it's set in place, and this is ready to put onto the car. What you need to make sure is that it's just back down in its normal position, like that. You've got the holder there, a little hook. What you're going to do is push this into place here, so that's in, and then you're going to pull it to the right, and it just sits back in the hook. Now it's on to changing the back wiper blade. This is the old one here. See, that's just and we've got a new one here. The difference with the back wiper blade to the front is that the back wiper blade sits within these two end points, so you actually don't need this little indent here. So the idea for this back one is to just, you know, cut that indent out, so it's just the same all the way across. So I'm going to do that now. So with my scissors I just cut a middle section of that new wiper blade, and as you can see, that fits within those two end points. So now I've just got to cut my two little bits of metal, which will go in either side just to hold the wiper blade together. So I've just added those two little bits of metal in. You're better to have them slightly underlapping than overlapping, as you can see, because if you have the little bit of metal sticking out the side, it's liable to catch on something or whatever. So just sitting inside the rubber is better, but you can have it perfectly in line if you're a perfectionist. Just starting to slide this back wiper blade on now. As you can see, I've just started on this one, and what I'm going to do is then slide it through there and there so it fits to that end point, and then I'll go back and just bend it slightly to push this one, to push this end back through here so the whole thing fits inside. As you can see now, that wiper blade's in, and it's just a matter of hooking it back on the wiper blade arm back onto the car. Here's a little one-handed job to finish as I put the wiper blade arm. See that little rod and the two little raised pieces of plastic? They're going to fit back onto this arm that's sticking out here. So I line it up. I think you rotate it back a little bit so it's fully in place, and then just rotate it back in. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to follow on to watch more tips and tricks around the house, garage and garden. Goodbye.